Okay, so you wanna know who has the most followers on Spotify? It's Ed Sheeran with over 70 million followers just on Spotify. And his last release in 2019 just happened to be a collaboration project with a ton of different artists, and every track has a different artist featured on it. Coincidence that he has the most followers on Spotify and his last release was a collaboration project? I'm gonna go with probably not, and here's why. Collaborations in music have only been growing over the past few years, and they have no sign of slowing down. It's easier than ever to communicate with people online and work on songs together just through the internet. You no longer have to be in the same room to work on a song together with another artist, and this is really convenient given the current state of the world. My band is currently working on putting out 5 songs which are entirely collaborations with other artists. When our new release goes live, not only is it going to be targeting all the people who follow us on Spotify, but also everybody who follows the artists we're collaborating with on Spotify. So we're effectively doubling our reach just by working on music together, and this goes the same both ways. Whether we're working on someone else's track or somebody else is working on ours, we're both sharing that following to get our music to even more people. So I think this is probably one of the reasons that Ed Sheeran has the most followers on Spotify. I mean, with this last release that he did, an entire collaboration project, he probably brought in millions and millions of new followers from all the artists that he worked with. People that may have listened to his music before, but really liked a song that he worked on with another artist, and so they decided to follow him as well. So this is a great idea if you're trying to build your Spotify profile and get more followers, but one tricky thing can be the royalty splits and making sure that all artists get paid fairly. But thankfully, DistroKid has this awesome feature called Teams, which makes it really easy to work on collaboration projects with other artists and make sure everybody gets paid fairly. So let's jump into the computer and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so this is my dashboard on DistroKid. This is essentially your homepage when you log in. If you've used DistroKid before, this will be really familiar to you. And if not, I do have a link down below that'll save you $7 off your first year of DistroKid. DistroKid's my favorite music distributor. I've been using them for 3 years now, and I switched over from TuneCore, and I have no plans of using anybody else. They really are fantastic. They make it so easy to get your music onto Spotify and have so many more amazing features beyond that, like the Teams feature that I'm gonna show you right here. So you'll see up here, the first song that I have here is Wait Remix. I just uploaded this today. It's not live until December 11th, so I have a few weeks yet, but I just wanna get everything set up and ready to go for this collaboration project. So it's super easy to do. All you gotta do is go in and click on Teams. And from Teams, you select the release. Now, I have a ton of releases up here, but the one that I'm looking for is Wait Remix. So I'm gonna go ahead, click on that, and go to Next. And from there, it shows all the songs on the album. Now, this is only a short little EP, so there's only 2 songs on here, and you can see the feature is with an artist named Lowen. Now, like I said, he did a remix of a previous song that we had, but the agreement that we worked out was a 50% split. So in order to add him here, I just go to Add New Team Member, and then I'm gonna be able to add his email address in here. Now, I don't wanna share his personal email address, so I'll just go lowen@music.com. So the way that the revenue share works is that whatever percentage you say goes to another artist, they're gonna automatically put that into the other artist's bank account. So you don't have to worry about doing a single thing. DistroKid is gonna take care of all of the work for you. Now in our case with Lowen, we have an even 50-50 split with him. So you can see there's every single percentage available on here. They don't have fractional percentages, but I couldn't see that being an issue for very many people, if any at all. So our split with him is 50-50. You'll see that when I throw in Lowen's 50%, it automatically changes my payout to 50%, totaling 100%. Now, this is such an easy process. He's only on the 1 song, so luckily it's not the whole album. You can choose individual songs. Now, let's say, for example, we also had an artist manager, which we don't, but if we did, I could add my artist manager here. It could be manager@bellevue.ca. And let's say my manager was to take 10%. I could easily give the manager 10%, and then it will take off of my 50%. And so now that's just on this 1 song. And now let's say I also needed to give the manager 10% of this other tune, but not Lowen. I could just go ahead and be manager at Bellevue and also give him 10%. And just like that, my splits are all set up. So I'd get 90% from this Lights Out remix, and I get 40% from this Wait remix. And then all you have to do is go to Review Changes, and it's good to go. It's gonna show you exactly all of the splits. And I like how they show this little pie chart. It makes it really easy to visualize and understand exactly how much you get. Now, the really cool thing is that, let's say someone buys this full album on iTunes, for example. Well, Lowen's supposed to get 50% of this track, but we're supposed to get 100% of the other track, or us and our manager are supposed to get 100%. Well, what it will do is it will automatically give Lowen 25%. So that's his 50% of the 1 track, and then nothing from the other track, which equals out to 25% of the total purchase. So DistroKid takes care of all of the math for you. You don't need an accountant, you don't have to do any numbers. It's so easy. They take care of literally the entire process. Now, there are a few additional features or some things that you can do with Teams. One really great thing is you can add an limited amount of collaborators. So you're not limited to just 2 or 3, literally unlimited, as many as you'd like. And you can also change the splits at any time. So let's say, for example, after 30 days or after a certain amount was received, loan was supposed to go down to 40% or go up to 60%. You can change this at literally any time. So this makes it really, really easy to change and adjust as you go. Let's say our manager, which once again we don't have, but just to say, let's say our manager was to leave us and we're no longer to give them the 10%. I can remove them at any time without any problems, and it's just automatically going to revert that 10% back to me for the future. Another really cool thing is that you can go back in time and see any previous splits. So let's say we were to change loan splits up to 60%. I could go back and see when he was 50% and then see when he switched up to 60%. And also really cool, for privacy reasons, the collaborators can't see how much anybody else is getting. I'm the only one who can view this page. So Loan wouldn't know that our manager's getting 10%, and our manager wouldn't be able to see that Loan's getting 50%. So this makes it really nice that DistroKid takes care of all these privacy issues and that Teams won't share any of that information with anybody else. Now, let's say that Loan doesn't already have a DistroKid account and has never used the platform before. Well, he could use my link down below and save $7 off his first year, or in the email that DistroKid's gonna send him, they'll give him the option to sign up for just $10 for the year. So this is a discounted rate from what it normally is, just so that he can collect this money. And one really cool thing is that your release won't be delayed in case Loan doesn't sign up in time and the song comes out. The release won't be delayed. It just goes out as per normal, and all the money is collected and held by DistroKid until he signs up. Now, let's say that Loan never signs up. It's fine. I can take him off of here, and all the money that he forgot to collect or chose not to collect will come right back to me. So DistroKid doesn't take any cuts from this. They literally give 100% back to the artists or whoever you choose in here. So this is such an awesome feature, an awesome free feature from DistroKid that makes it so easy to take care of all the hard math when it comes to all these fractions and all the money coming in from different places. So the Teams feature from DistroKid is such a win in my mind, and just another reason why I love using DistroKid so much. So this is the process for setting up a collaboration with another artist or multiple artists and making sure that everybody gets paid fairly, the right amount that you agreed to in advance. But I want to know, what do you think about collaborations in general? Do you like collaborations or are you against them? I know this is something that's really becoming more and more popular, and even more and more popular in mainstream music especially. And I want to know what your thoughts are. Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Do you have any collaborations planned in the future, or is that something you'd like to do? I personally love collaborations. I think the more people you can get together working on music, the better song you're going to come up with. I know sometimes it's so easy to get stuck in writer's block and get in a rut, but just by having another person's input, another person's advice, and bringing your ideas and your creative minds together, you can come up with such a cool song. So drop me a comment down below, let me know what you think, and as always, if you did find this video helpful, be sure to drop a like down below, make that little thumbs up button turn blue, really helps out me and my channel, gets this video seen by many more people, and if you want to stay up to date with more music related content just like this, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out. Thank you so much for watching, have a good one.